As a lifelong fan of the paranormal and the unexplained, I had seen my fair share of eerie occurrences. However, nothing could have prepared me for the chilling events that unfolded one fateful evening when I decided to be a contestant on the television quiz show, Mindbenders. The show was known for its complex riddles and cryptic puzzles, with contestants competing for a hefty cash prize. I had always been confident in my ability to solve the most enigmatic of riddles, and I couldn't resist the allure of the show's grand prize. The studio where Mindbenders was filmed had an eerie atmosphere. The lights were dimmed low, and the audience sat in hushed anticipation. I joined 3 other contestants, each as eager and determined as I was. The host, a tall, gaunt figure with piercing eyes, welcomed us to the show. His voice had a hypnotic quality, and his presence sent a shiver down my spine. As the game began, I quickly realized that the questions were unlike anything I had ever encountered. They delved into the realms of the occult, the supernatural, and the unexplained. Despite the strangeness of the questions, I was doing well, confidently answering each one. But as the game progressed, I noticed something unsettling. The audience had fallen completely silent. Their eyes were fixed on the host, their expressions blank and lifeless. It was as if they had been entranced. A chill ran down my spine as I glanced at my fellow contestants. Their faces were pale, and their eyes held a vacant, distant look. We were all under the host's spell, unable to resist his eerie influence. As the final round approached, the questions became increasingly bizarre and unsettling. The host's voice seemed to echo in my mind, urging me to answer correctly. And then, it happened, the host posed a riddle that was unlike anything I had ever heard before. "Answer me this," he intoned, his voice dripping with malice. "What lies at the intersection of life and death, a portal to the unknown, where spirits wander and secrets are kept?" My mind raced as I tried to decipher the cryptic riddle. The audience's silence was deafening, and the pressure was suffocating. In a moment of desperation, I blurted out, "A graveyard?" The host's lips curled into a sinister smile, and he nodded. "Correct." But as he spoke, the studio around me began to warp and shift. The walls seemed to melt away, revealing a surreal landscape. I was no longer in the studio. I was standing in the midst of a desolate graveyard. The sky above was an unnatural shade of crimson, and the air was thick with an otherworldly energy. I turned to see the other contestants beside me, their faces contorted in terror. A disembodied voice echoed through the graveyard, filling my ears with dread. "Welcome to the final challenge," it intoned. "To claim the prize, you must find the key hidden among the graves." With a sinking feeling, I realized that the game was far from over. We were trapped in a nightmarish reality, forced to navigate the graveyard in search of a key that would unlock our escape. As we searched among the tombstones, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. Shadows moved in the corners of my vision, and distant whispers filled the air. The spirits of the graveyard seemed to come alive, their spectral forms drifting among the graves. Hours turned into days as we combed through the graveyard, our desperation growing with each passing moment. The key remained elusive, and the disembodied voice continued to taunt us, promising our freedom if we could solve the final riddle. But as our strength waned and hope dwindled, I couldn't help but wonder, was there truly a way out of this nightmarish game, or had we become pawns in a malevolent host's twisted entertainment? To this day, the mysteries of the Vanishing quiz show haunt my thoughts. The enigma of that surreal night and the fate of my fellow contestants remain unsolved, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unexplored.